Over the years, there have been numerous artists that have contributed countless works of art to the Pokemon TCG. Some people like Aya Kasubi have been here since the Generation 2 days, the fan-favorite artist Kawaii who's been here since 2009. Then you got Tomokazu Kumiya over here who has drawn over 270 cards for the Pokemon TCG. 270 cards! That works out to roughly 3 cards he's drawn per Pokemon card set release. James Turner has drawn 4, and 3 of them are from the same set. The first card he ever illustrated was Pansear from Next Destinies. The card not only features a Pansear cooking berries on his head, it also features a checkered floor, possibly referencing the fact that Pansear debuted in the games Pokemon Black and White. James Turner wouldn't draw another Pokemon card for 12 more years after this one. However, what you may find interesting about James Turner is that he was actually responsible for designing a bunch of the Pokemon that are featured in the games. Starting off with Generation 5, he designed the Vanillite, Gauntlet, and Vullaby lines, but what's fascinating is that out of all of the different Pokemon he designed, the very first one was actually Trevenant. That's right, Trevenant. He was supposed to be a Generation 5 Pokemon, but wasn't added into the games until Generation 6. He also designed Centiskorch and Galarian Linoone, 2 of my favorite Pokemon from the Generation 8 games, as well as Tatsugiri, one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 9. Speaking of Scarlet and Violet, James Turner's next 3 cards would all debut in the special TCG expansion Scarlet and Violet Shrouded Fable, a set that is notoriously hated upon by every person ever. Even though some of the cards in the set are worth a little bit of money, the set lacks any real chase cards and focuses on a set of relatively unpopular Pokemon known as the Loyal 3. Each member of the trio has both an illustration rare and a special illustration rare, all of which came out great. However, the real eye-catches of the set have got to be the cards that James Turner illustrated. Let's start off with his Duskull card. It's such an amazing card to me for a few different reasons. First, you have the art style itself. James departs from the complexity of his Pansear card and instead illustrates Duskull in his signature art style, one that features thick lines and bold colors. There's not a lot of finer details put into these illustrations, but they're not minimalist works either. It manages to strike a perfect balance between both simple and appealing, filled with vibrant life and whimsical charm. Returning to Duskull, we can see that the artist takes a more somber approach to the art, utilizing darker colors to create a cool, dim, nocturnal background, shrouded in the cloak of night, contrasting heavily with the lone Duskull who stands stationary under the pale glow of the solitary street lamp. I got a thesaurus for my birthday. Next up is his evolution, Dusclops, which is my favorite card out of the 3 that he drew for the set. The card features Dusclops standing outside someone's backyard, which is then followed by his evolution Dusknoir standing right outside the window, peering inside the house while the rest of the world sleeps. It's interesting to think about the story that the cards are trying to tell, whether it's one Duskull continually evolving, or if instead it's a group of the species haunting a single individual. Something else I like about the cards is how each card bases its color palette off a single color. Duskull focuses on the color blue, Dusclops the color green, and Dusknoir the color purple. Part of the reason why I'm drawn to these cards so much is because of the feelings of liminality that they invoke. The world feels uncomfortably empty. While it's true you wouldn't normally see people out walking at night, it still feels strange that there's no one around. The Dusknoir card in particular reminds me of being a kid when your world is still small and a lot of it is closed off to you. There are a lot of reasons to like James Turner's art, but really, I just like him because he draws Mario.